Now at 5:45, we've all taken one of those tests at some point in our life, those standardized tests. For 6 decades, colleges and universities across the country have relied on these to predict who will succeed at the college level. But that might be changing. So tonight, we took to local universities to ask why.
People had always thought that the SAT and the ACT were strong predictors of college success. Now universities like yours are saying, maybe not so. Maybe the grades are a better indicator.
Some people just don't test well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
that was me. That was me. You
yeah.
get anxiety and get all worked up.
Well, that's the question 10 TV's Kevin Landers looked into, because tonight hundreds of colleges are really starting to rethink that approach to the standardized tests.
And they're telling students test scores are now optional for admission. 10 TV reporter Kevin Landers explains how the change is impacting college admissions in Ohio.
The winds of change are blowing across college campuses as many have chosen not to require the SAT or ACT test scores in favor of grade point averages.
It was good to know that a test score wasn't going to define me.
More and more students are choosing test optional colleges like Ohio Wesleyan.
Did that relieve a lot of pressure for you when it came to admissions, that you didn't have to take the SAT or your score?
It did. It did.
Parents like it too.
So are you choosing schools, specifically those that are test blind?
We sure are. Yep.
Ohio University, Capital University, Case Western, Bowling Green, and the University of Cincinnati are among those who say they will remain test optional. Ohio State says it's not made a decision for the 2025 school year. Adam Smith is head of enrollment for Ohio Wesleyan.
We'd rather see that a student has done well over their 4-year span in high school over just 1 or 2 days doing standardized tests. Not everyone's a great test taker.
Harry Fader is the executive director of the National Center for Fair Testing, a group opposed to standardized tests.
This fill-in-the-bubble multiple choice test really does not measure or assess what a kid can actually know and do.
Capital University's interim vice president of enrollment, Stephanie Sanders, says a student's GPA has proven to be a good predictor of the student's success.
We have not found that the absence of test scores prevents us from enrolling a successful class.
Sanders says the ACT can be a barrier to students of color or those from lower incomes.
There have always been concerns about potential bias. Many people say that there's a high correlation between family income and standardized tests. So even when institutions use the test, they have to be careful about how they use it.
Robin Babington works for ACT. She says the test, which is free in Ohio to any student, guards against grade point inflation.
And we've seen that grow more problematic since the pandemic, not less.
While Capital University says going test optional has not increased enrollment or improved retention, the opposite happened at Ohio Wesleyan.
We feel like we have done very well. Our enrollment is up, our retention is up, our diversity is up. So it's one of those, if it's not broke, why fix it?
Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
Now, according to the ACT, 104,000 Ohio students took the test in 2023, and that represents 78% of Ohio graduates from last year.